The other day, we were driving around playing Pokémon GO on a sunny Saturday because Mewtwo had just dropped. We were sitting at a stop sign by a forward intersection, eating fries and catching Pokemon on our phones and tablets. And I remember you asking me, "Daddy, what is the name of the big school I'm going to?" At first, I thought you were just curious, so I told you the name of the school. But then you started telling me about your friends at preschool, how 6 of you were graduating, and everyone had been talking about which school they were going to next. But none of you were going to the same school. When they asked you where you were going, you told them you did not know. And that is what led you to ask me. Then you asked me why you would not be able to see your friends anymore, and why none of them were going to be in the same school as you. So I tried to explain in the best way I could that everyone was going somewhere different, and that it would be okay. You're not old enough to fully understand all of this yet. All of this is change, and change is part of life. I think you understood what I was saying, but I do not think you fully understood why it had to happen. Honestly, I'm not even sure adults ever fully understand change either. We just get more used to it. We often learn that people can be parts of our lives, and then one day, they're not there anymore. Not because anyone did anything wrong, or because we stopped caring about them, but because life moved everyone in different directions. We finally finished our food, so we kept driving around Portland, searching for more Pokemon. But I kept thinking about what you had just asked me, because it reminded me of something Grandma once said. People get busy because people work, people have kids, and sometimes people just live life. To you, it may have started with just the name of the big school. But to me, it felt like something in our lives was already beginning to change. You are starting kindergarten. From the moment you came into this world in a nearly empty hospital, during a time when people were kept apart because of the pandemic, I held your tiny body as you arrived, smiling and staring at me with those beautiful eyes. I have known this day was coming, but for some reason, it feels weird now that it's almost here. Preschool was 3 days a week, but it was year-round and only 5 minutes from home. A few hours away, and then you came back home. There were still more days with you here than without you. Kindergarten is different. 5 days a week and most of the day. A much bigger school and less time here with me. I know that is normal, and I know you're supposed to grow. But I do not think I was ready for how much that part would hit me. And I have been there for the regular days. The sleepy mornings when we were rushing. The random questions, breakfast, the cartoons, the toys all over the floor. And the times you came looking for me just because you wanted to know where I was. Those moments can feel small while they're happening. And honestly, sometimes they can feel exhausting too. But now I understand. They were never going to last forever. Soon you will have your own teacher, your own classmates, your own friendships, and your own stories from things I do not get to see. You will come home and tell me what happened, and I will have to picture it in my head because I won't be there to experience those moments with you. For most of your life, I have known almost everything that has happened to you. I knew when you were hungry, even before you asked me for food. I knew you were tired, even when you kept fighting your naps. I knew what made you laugh, and I wanted to be there for those moments with you. And I knew when something was bothering you, even when you did not know how to explain it. But now, your world is getting bigger. And I guess that means there will be more parts of it that belong only to you. That is a good thing. But I have to admit, it still hurts a little. I think every father carries some fear, when his child begins walking into the world without him. We want our children to grow. We want them to become independent. But part of us also wants to stand close enough to protect them from everything. In kindergarten is one of the first times I really had to admit that I cannot. There will be days when I will drop you off. You will walk into that big school and things will happen during the day that I will not see. That scares me. You have worked hard to find your words. For the past 2 years, every Monday, someone would come to our home to help you with your speech. And I was there to listen, to watch you practice, and to see you get frustrated sometimes, but still keep trying. You are done working with her now, and when you start kindergarten, that support will continue at school, but it will be different. It will no longer happen at home, with me sitting there beside you. Sometimes your words do not come out as clearly or as quickly as you want them to. And sometimes people have to slow down and listen a little closer. I know who you are. I know how your brilliant mind naturally connects the pieces of a puzzle. I know how I can show you one thing in your Nintendo Switch Pokémon game, and by the next day, you can do it on your own. I know how funny you are. That same deadpan humor your dad likes to think he has lives inside you too. I know how much you notice, how deeply you pay attention to the small details in life, like the giant blue dragonfly carrying a mosquito through a backyard. And I know there are so many things happening inside your mind, even when you cannot always explain them right away. I have always understood you, even before all the words were clear. But the rest of the world will not always slow down for you. Some kids may ask questions, some may laugh, and some may be cruel, because they have not learned how much their words can hurt. I worry about bullying because it happened to me when I was around your age. I worry that someone may hear the way you speak, but fail to see the shy child trying to be understood. And it is not because I think you are weak. I do not. I know how hard you work, but being strong does not mean words cannot hurt. And being your father does not mean I can stop every person who may try to hurt you. That might be one of the hardest parts of being a dad. Knowing your child's worth completely, but understanding that the rest of the world may not see it right away. I wish I could make sure every person who meets you slows down and listens. But all I can really do is make sure you know the truth before you walk through those doors. The way you speak does not decide how intelligent you are. It does not decide your value. And it does not decide the person you will become. You never needed perfect words to be worthy of love. You were already worth everything to me before you ever said your first one. I hope the new big school helps you become more confident with your words and teaches you Vietnamese too. I hope you make lots of new friends who also enjoy building Lego sets and playing Pokemon. I hope you laugh more often than not and make memories that stay with you. And I hope you learn things that make you excited. But I also know there may be hard days. There may be moments when you feel different. And there may be times when you do not know how to explain what happened. When those moments come home and tell me. You do not have to pretend everything is okay. Even when you make a mistake, tell me the truth, especially when you make a mistake. I may correct you. I may get frustrated sometimes. But nothing you tell me will make me stop being your dad. And nothing in this world will make me stop loving you. This is supposed to be your milestone, and it is. But I also think it is one for me too. You are learning how to step farther into the world, and I'm learning how to let you. Every milestone in your life will probably carry two feelings for me. Pride because you are growing, and sadness because another version of you is slowly disappearing. I would keep every version of you if I could, but that would mean asking you not to grow, and I would never want that for you. As I keep learning how to be the father I never had to you and your brothers, I'm starting to understand that my job is not to stop time. My job is to love you through every version of who you become. But still, I know I'm going to miss you more than you will probably ever understand. To be honest, there were times when I wish the house was a little quieter, and I do not think I understood that one day it actually will be. Your toys will still be here. Your room will still be here. Your spot on the couch will still be here. But for 5 days a week, you will be somewhere else. Learning, growing, becoming more of who you are, and building parts of your life that I will not always be standing inside. Maybe that is what makes me a little emotional. It is not one big goodbye. It is just a few more hours apart each day. But it is a new schedule and a bigger backpack by the door. Small changes that will slowly become a different life. You were worried about not seeing your preschool friends anymore. And I understood that feeling more than you probably realize. Because while you were thinking about all the people you would see less, I was thinking about you. I know one day the big school will probably feel small to you. You will know its hallways. You will know where your classroom is. You will know where to put your backpack. And you will make some cool new friends. You may even forget how unsure you felt before it all began. But I will remember. I will remember us sitting at the four-way stop. I will remember you asking me the name of the big school. I will remember that none of your friends were going with you. And I will remember how small you still looked to me, even while life was reminding me daily that you were getting bigger. We finally pulled away from that four-way stop, and we kept driving. I guess that is what life keeps asking us to do. Keep moving forward, even when parts of us wants to stay in the moment a little longer. So go learn incredible new things. Go make some cool new friends. And go use your voice. Even when the words take a little longer, go become a little more of who you are. But when the school day is over, come home. Daddy will be waiting to hear everything. Love always. Dad.